So, following on from last week, who would have known when I shot that video of the back garden of Buckingham Palace that our reigning monarch will have passed away in that week. I think I shot that on Monday, and here are the let me see, let's have a look. Here are the crowds gathered just outside of Buckingham Palace. So I think they're all the media outlets under the tents. Obviously they're going to be commentating on whatever's happening. I think it's the arrival or the procession of Charles, I think, because I believe I've just spoken to somebody that the Queen's body's coming down from Edinburgh today, and then obviously it lays in state and does whatever it does. But I've just walked up through Westminster, and the whole of Westminster's blocked off as well. So obviously Westminster is over there where the clock tower is. So they're coming through Parliament Square is all blocked off, and it's blocked off right the way up Victoria Street, just for vehicles. Obviously pedestrians can still get past. So I was just finishing off a job from last week because they didn't have the lugs, so I've landed the cables, 2 4cx150s, what you saw me do with the cable gang, and then this problem has arisen. So I've got the greys on, they're fine, they come out, set round, and you've got like a hole. But if you look, this is the black, or L2. Now obviously I can't get that one in, but there's another one in there. There's no chance, because they're back to back, because they're in parallel. There's absolutely no chance of terminating this or the neutral, because there's the neutral. So that's going to be, is it the neutral? Yeah. So that's going to be exactly the same situation, as you've got a lug on the back, a lug on the front. Now I tried to put a lug, so put one like that on the front. That doesn't work, because again there's no room. Look, I can't do that. So I'm gonna have to bring the problem up with the people that make the decisions and write the emails, because yeah, it needs a full redesign. I think you'll need some more coppers in to sort of, instead of bending really like immediately there, it'll have to sort of 90 out of here, come towards, and then turn like that. But you'll have to avoid this. So then you've got to think about how far apart your coppers are. So they'll have to get back onto the company who made the panel and see what they can come up with, if anything. But I've just done a little 50mm there. I'll put that in, and then it's basement number 1 with me to do 4cx150. Oh, by the way, I had a haircut. 4cx150, so we're going to have a look at that, because that could be awkward. So I will go down, we'll set up, and we'll have a look and see what we can achieve with that, because I think it might be, there's not a lot of room, and I'll show you something down there that's happened as well. So catch you in a bit. So this is where we find ourselves. Right, so it's this one. And what we've got, I should have been able to go there, and obviously these enormous cables are in the way. So what I've got to do is come in front of them. I'm not obviously going to be able to go into the trunking, because that is the terminations. We've got some narrow palm lugs to go in there. I've got to get through there to tighten them. I hate ABB switches for this reason. It's just a stupid design. Why this exists, this piece here, I'll never know. There's no, you know, you're putting a flash guard over it anyway. Why is this a necessary part of it? But what I've got, the cable comes through more or less on the middle of that 300mm tray, and then it's got to leave. It'll have to rise up a slight touch, and then it'll come down and into there like I said. Now I'm going to need, I don't know, let's say a metre. So I've got to lose a metre up there somewhere, and there's not a lot of room. Look, unistruts, what's that? That's like ducting and stuff like that. You've got that tray. So there's not a vast amount of room. So this is going to be a decent bit of a challenge, I think. That'd be worth recording it. So I'll have a look. And the first thing I need to do is get this cable down to the rack, to the tray, sorry. And to achieve that, all I've done is I've rigged up the chain block and I've tied it around the cable there. So what I'm going to do is it seems a bit counterintuitive, but I'm going to pull the cable up. Right, I'm going to pull it up high with the chain block, and then what that'll do, it'll pull against that wire that I've put on there. And then what I'm going to do is let the tension off, and that bend as it goes like that will have straightened out ever so slightly, and I'll be able to twist that with where they are. So I'll be able to twist that with those, look, like that. Twisty, twisty, twist, and it'll pull it down. So we'll do that now and see where it gets us. There you can see the difference from, it was, I don't know, about there or something, wasn't it? So I've got it all the way down. Now it's going to rise up and it's going to drop in there somewhere. So I'm going to use that one, and I'm also going to use a ratchet strap to get it into the position where I need it. I'll show you that. What I did, I moved the ratchet puller up to there, tied it round the cable. I've got another wire on there which is holding it down, which will form the bend. But what's happened is that the hook has caught on the tray. Now I can't push it any further that way because it's well, the cable's too stiff. So what I've done, I've got the ratchet strap, I've put it onto there. Now that's just going to hold that up. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the ratchet puller, I'm going to move it onto that unistrut and just put a short link round here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend this cable over that way, and if I overextend that, then what it'll do is it'll form a bend, so it'll drop down there and then wallop and into there. So I'll see if I can set that up so I can show you what I'm doing. Also, what I can't do is let that loop go too high, because although I need about a metre there, I haven't got a lot of room to lose the cable, so I can't have too much. So it's basically got to be spot on. Now what I'm going to do, that's secured on there now, I'm going to form that, or overextend that bend. Somewhere where it needs to be. Oh, here we go. I'm going to try and lift it as best I can to get it up, and it might even drop in. Well, I need this moved anyway. I need it inside of there. So I measured that. That's 900. So I've got to lose 900 up there. As Macaulay Culkin said, this is it. Don't get scared now. Right. As Kate Bush said when she used to be a cable jointer, I'm running out of room, I'm running out of space. There's no room for the cable. Okay. Right, all is not lost. Obviously, I'll put my steps on it, obviously. Oh, it's too lovely. Completely ran out of room now. So if you look now, obviously I've got, I need about 200 mil, 150 mil up, but I've hit the foam there, I've hit the conduit there, and I've hit the unistrut there. So there's no real place left for me to go unless I can manipulate that bit over in that direction, like there, and that'll lose me the 200 mil. Not that far really, is it? Bugger. We'll see. I'll have another crack at it. I don't know how much of that you could see because obviously I was in the way, but there's not much else I can do. solid. So it's in there, but if you look, it's a little bit, it's flush at the back, but so it needs to come forward. But the option I don't have, look, is because it comes over the back of the tray, it's not as easy just to bend it forward. So what I'm going to have to do is rig ratchet strap up maybe to that unit strut there across, and then pull it this way. As it pulls it this way, it'll pull that down slightly, but there's not a vast amount that's going to drop down. I might rig the chain block up to the panel to pull that down, I'll see. I'm just going to try and pull this forward now and see what happens to it. That's it in now. Basically, I sort of ran out of room. I don't know whether you were able to see me, but I got the ratchet strap on so that the gland was about just where the unit strut is. So what I did is all this was unarmoured, and I made a bend in it with the ratchet strap so I could get it up onto the top, pulled it across, and then got it near to the hole. And then I was able, with the bend being in the softer material in this, I was able to bend it sort of up there till it went straight, and then I was able to drop it in. Then basically it just fell in. But then the measure had to be correct, because if the measure wasn't correct, then we were going to be short, and well, yeah, you don't want to know about short, do you? So there it is. That had to be pretty much precision, that. So it's in now. I've got the terminating to do. The fall looked terrible, as I thought they would. So the neutral is there, and it comes off on that side. But what they've done, this trunking is now going to be surplus to requirements really. I'm not going to be able to bend this cable back into the trunk and to bring the cords down, you know what I mean? So they're just going to have to go from where they are. Actually, no, really, to be honest, it's only the neutral, it's a bit of a pig. I'll start with the grey, because the grey's over this side, L3. I'll be able to put that into there. Yeah, it might not be too bad. The neutral might be a little bit off, but we'll see. Well, not a great deal I can do with it. If you look from the side, you know, sort of, the trunking will go up to about there. But if you want a 4cx150 back in there, you ain't got no chance. So that's it today, 4:30. I've done a bit of tidying up, I've done a bit of install. That was awkward, that wasn't an easy cable to do. I'm just going to drill the banjo now on the top. Someone's coming around putting all of the banjos, or the bolts through. Tidy all this up and then off I'd pop. In the north of the UK, right, people are, you know, putting jumpers on or coats on to go and walk the dogs, right? I'm going to walk to the gym for a shower now. T-shirt and shorts in London. What is this place? It's like the Seychelles without palm trees. This might be wrong of me to find this funny, but I've just seen somebody looking at the menu stood outside of Pizza Express. Like, what else would there be? So there's one that blows my mind. I'm in Seven Dials. I've walked down the street, Monmouth Street, and number 13 in Monmouth Street is where Brian Epstein had his offices. And, you know, Brian Epstein was the manager of the Beatles and various other artists in the 1960s. And here it is. Madness, that, man. Discovered the best band in the world. The greatest band ever. The weird thing is about Seven Dials, when it was created for people with money, and then basically fell into disrepair, prostitutes and all that sort of stuff, and then nobody wanted to live here, and now you couldn't get change out of $2 million quid for a one-bedroom apartment. Sure, you know how things change. If only in the 1800s you had a couple of quid and you could have bought 2 or 3 flats, you'd be doing all right with yourself. I mean, obviously you'd be dead, but your kids would be all right. Obviously your kids would be dead, but you know where I'm going with it, don't you? Your family will be all right. It's graft, this, innit? So this boozer, the Crown, 1838, right? There's been a boozer here since 1838, and you think, wow, that's old. The old Cheshire cheese. There's been a pub on that site since 1538. 1538. And it burnt down in the Great Fire of London, and then was rebuilt. There's a lot of years in between that pub and the old Cheshire cheese. That's unbelievable, that. That's a long, long time, that. Difference in the pub's age and whatever else. Still a decent pint of beer, like. I think I'll go and have a pint in Mr. Fogg's, because, you know, why not? I will raise you the best bogs in London. Get that. You what? Hello. I know it's toilets, but they're incredible, them, man. Incredible. This is Whitehall now. So what they're doing is, this is sort of, oh, they're all getting in trouble because they stood talking. So what they're doing, obviously, is preparation for what's going on. But from the top at Piccadilly, at Trafalgar Square, they've shut the road, and then this isn't shut around here, but it's all in preparation, I expect, for, is it, yeah, tomorrow, because I'm assuming this is the this is going to be the route past Whitehall, and then, well, not actually down Whitehall this way, and then to Westminster. Is it Westminster Abbey? So that's Westminster Abbey over there. The light on the top. Sorry, past the light. That's Westminster Abbey. Let's go around and have a look at that. So there we go. That's obviously, there's the clock tower, Palace of Westminster, Westminster Abbey. It's all to do with the preparation for the Queen's funeral, for everybody coming up. But like, look at this now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 wagons there with unloading whatever they're unloading. I don't know. Seats? I don't know. There's a bloke over there drilling. What's he drilling for? Oil? But yeah, there's obviously these are preparations. Up that road there, if you go up there, that's Birdcage Walk up to Buckingham Palace. And then you come down there, you come into Westminster Square, and then off you go to, well, there it is, Palace Westminster. Anyway, I'm going to go over Westminster Bridge now, which is up that way, and what time is it? Oh, I might even get another beer. Never know. After all, that's what you do at a funeral, don't you? You celebrate by having a drink. So that's what I'm going to go and do. So I'm just walking over Westminster Bridge now, on my way home. And I just spoke to a policeman. I thought, right, see what's going on, because a lot of things blocked off. And it's for the army to do their thing tomorrow as like a preparation, like a rehearsal type of thing. So tonight everything's blocked off. The army are going to come in, do their preparation, do their rehearsal of the protocol, how things are going to go tomorrow, and then obviously the Queen's going to come back tomorrow. And then there'll be another procession, so I can't get to bloody work quickly. Why, yada.
found this road to be quite interesting myself. I had no idea what I was getting.
I must have been one insanely tired man last night. It's now 11:30. Actually, hang on. It's now 20 to 12. And I'm just walking to work. I didn't tell the missus that I was back at the van, so she's been phoning people, and oh my dear, the phone was on silent, didn't hear it ringing, she was phoning me, so I'm just on my way to work. I went for a few beers, but good grief, this is all new. These weren't here yesterday. All the flags and stuff, I assume that's the Commonwealth flags. Yeah, they weren't here yesterday when I walked back. So just in front now, what you got the road blocked off, or it will be blocked off. The bollards are in place, but you've got all of the where the cameras are going to be, the camera crews are going to be situated, just on the right hand side here. So that's where obviously all, as she goes in, as everybody goes into Westminster Abbey, all that scaffolding there is where all the camera crews are going to be, so that'll be televised around the world, I suppose. Well, of course it will be around the world, but I don't mind walking down that little bit of path there, and they've blocked it off for me, the buggers. They're even cutting trees down. Poor trees. Can you see the reg on that? Kids Taxi. That's pretty good, isn't it? And then we've got this, so another road blockage halfway down sort of Victoria Street, next to the Albert pub. Incredible looking pub. Worst pint of Estrella I've ever had in there. Flat as a fart. If I thought I could make money, I'd stand here all day. If you like people watching, this is one of the greatest spots in the world. Victoria Underground Station, right? Just round that corner is Victoria Railway Station, and you've got a massive double crossing traffic lights. Honestly, it is the greatest. Here we go. The London Symphony Orchestra. He's only left the bath running, you know, there's nothing happening. I absolutely love this crossing. Look, millions of people, well, not millions, but you know what I mean. And there's a Greggs over there. So if you get peckish, have something to eat while you watch people. Oh, London's a big city, right? But how many police cars do you need? No way! Unbelievable, mate, thank you! How weird's that? How weird is that? Somebody just shouted to me, "It's you, I watch you." The wife's gonna love this. That is mental. That is absolutely mental. Look at this, Westminster Bridge. Walking down the middle of the road. I've closed it. Both sides closed. The traffic, obviously. It's proper closed off as well, look. That's, yeah, well done. Looks like it's going to be the cleanest street in London, this. Look at them. Jesus. I might bring my lunch down here later on and eat it off the floor. They've even taken the traffic lights away. Huh. There's traffic lights all on this island, so they're gone. Top of the shop this morning on the 17th floor. So basically 2 150s, there's quite a bit on them. I'm going to bring them up on that side of the rack up there and then let them jump, sort of go like that over and in. Don't need that much inside, but it'll be what I think I'm going to do. I think they're going to work out. It'll be back. I'll have one at the back, one at the back there, and one at the front, just the way that they'll peel off and drop in. So I'll keep them in that orientation, I think. Yeah, it's going to be fun getting this up here on my own. Well, let's see what happens. This rack's only fixed to the wall with 2 fixings. Unbelievable, Jeffrey. Someone's been up and fixed to put 2 more on the bottom of the rack. So we're good to go. What I've done, I'll show you now. I've put the chain block puller on it, and it's held in place now. I'm going to pull it across onto the side of the rack and get some wire ties. just have a quick look at this. So, cable's going in, and it's at an angle, see? So I've got no thread on the backside's touching, but at the front, it's up, there's thread showing. So what I need to do is I'm going to strip this all the way back to the colours, and I'm going to bend each individual core in like that so it comes down straight. Because the only reason that that is at an angle is because this is pulling out at the front. So once I strip them, it'll drop neat and drop straight. But I have to put the lock nut on before you do that, because once you bend the colours, you're stuck. Right, so I have to do that. Be a bit awkward, but I'll do it. There we go, all finished. Let them flow over into there, and then they were a bit tight actually, getting them in there. There's a few crosses and bits and bobs, but that's that done. I need to put the panel back together because I've got to put that fuse bar back in there and then bolt it all together, and then I'm on the pastures new. I have to find somewhere else to go. I think I'm going to go back in the risers doing the 50 mils. On level 7. Level 7's the best level ever. Look. Water fountain. Watch this. It's even got toilets, and the proper toilets as well. Flushable ones. Awesome, eh? I like level 7. It's a good level. While I was working, loads of people were walking past me, and I thought, oh, what's going on? Anyway, went up onto the roof, and it was sort of, I don't know whether it was a rehearsal or what, but there was loads of people. Anyway, this video, it's miles away, like, but it was all the guardsmen and everything, the band and everything walking down the mall. So I thought I'd get a bit of a video of that. I know the Queen's lived a good life, and obviously she's done pretty hard work, because she's flying all over the world. It's not easy. But she will never know the satisfaction of landing and terminating 2 4-core 150s. into a panel for the lifts. Will she? She never will. I will, because I just have. And that's me done for the week. Obviously Thursday. I've got a little, well, I'm saying I'm done in London for the week. I've got a little project on Friday. I'm going to hope get that finished. And then off Monday because of the funeral and the day of the bank holiday. But there's two bits of information for you. I've walked from Victoria Station down to Waterloo. The route I take, I go through Parliament Square, past over Westminster Bridge, past the House of Commons and all that stuff. So I go past Westminster Abbey. Now there's a woman and a grandchild. My grandchild, I'd say she'd be 20, sitting right at the corner where the parade's going to go in to Westminster Abbey. She sat right on the corner. The funeral's on Monday. It's Thursday, so she's going to sit there for the whole weekend. Really? No thanks, I don't think I'll have that. Second piece of information. As I got over Westminster Bridge, I continued walking and there was a massive queue of people, and I just thought, what's that? So I asked the policeman, excuse me, who was a Geordie, incidentally. I said, excuse me, my man, what's that queue for? He said, it's the queue to see the Queen. So I went, all right. I said, it's a decent queue though. He goes, yeah. He said, apparently it's 4.5 miles long. He said, I've heard reports from colleagues, obviously radios and whatnot, from the front to the back, if you joined it at the back now, it would take you 9 hours. So what's that? It's 6:15, so let's say it's 6 o'clock. And is it 24-hour viewing? Huh? Live 24-hour viewing of the Queen? That is absolutely... There's people stood in that queue now. They're going to be there at the early hours of the morning. Anyway, it won't be so I shall shoot off now. Hopefully it says 2.25 hours for me to get home. 2.75 hours, sorry, for me to get home. So I'm going to skedaddle now. Hopefully you enjoy the video. I forgot what's in it, to be honest with you. But if you get this far, as I say every week, little thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.